It all starts with identity. That's ultimately the secret. When I was like 16, 17, 18, I was in a relationship and I was skinny when I came in there. Uh, you get into relationship complacency, you start eating out more. Me and my ex always used to eat out every single day. It was always like cookout, fast food. I don't even remember. It was just cardboard boxes of pizza. And as time passes by, I started getting these weird compliments that, you know, just soy gordo from my family. I started looking at myself in the mirror and I started having negative thoughts in my mind where I'm like, damn, dude, you're fucking fat. I started developing heartburn, diarrhea, insecurity. Women didn't look at me. Eventually, time passes by and me and my ex broke up. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, what the fuck am I? And so as time passes by, I made a 4-step program that actually helped me to be able to lose 65 pounds of fat and even more within 6 months. And I'm going to tell you how you could do the same. That first step program is going to be identity. You right now are fat. That's just typically how it is. You may get insulted by me telling you this, or you get hurt when people call you big, but it's ultimately true. Once you accept the fact that you are just fucking fat, this is where you could truly be able to actually make yourself some progress. I'm telling you this right now, and if you don't follow these steps, you're not going to succeed. You're going to continue looking at these other fucking videos where you're going to be thinking, this is how you lose fat. This is how you lose fat. By me telling you this as a Hispanic to Hispanic, we can't accumulate whatever the society is telling you to do. So if you develop this 4-step program and actually follow the steps, I recommend you are going to lose the weight. So please put this screen in full screen. So please put this video in full screen and literally put your focus onto it. Because I used to live the days where I used to just play. I used to live the days where women won't look at me. I was fat. I always felt so insecure and always kept touching my nipples because they were pointing out. So get a piece of paper. What I mean by identity is you need to put yourself as an athlete. You need to tell yourself that you're an athlete. Keep telling yourself, I'm an athlete, I'm an athlete, I'm an athlete. I'm someone who eats healthy. I'm someone who drinks water. I'm someone who doesn't eat fast food. I am someone who completely is healthy. On that piece of paper, write whatever you need to be as what you think is going to be an athlete. I'm an athlete. I eat healthy. I am strong. You need to be having this identity shift. And as you continue with all these ideas that are popping in your mind, this is the new identity that you're going to create. I don't know what it is, but subconsciously, if you write it down on a piece of paper and tell yourself this every single day, you'll come to it. I started using this. I kept telling myself, I'm an athlete, I'm an athlete, I'm an athlete. I kept telling myself, I will lose this weight. I will have a six-pack. I will have big arms. I kept visualizing myself as this one person I'm going to have. This is the startup, like the starting of the engine of how you're going to be able to lose the fat. Next, you have to question yourself, what does a healthy person do? What does an athlete do? Well, maybe an athlete drinks more water. An athlete works out. An athlete checks their weight. An athlete tracks their calories. You need to keep telling yourself this because if I ultimately didn't tell myself I was fat, or if I didn't tell myself that I was an athlete, I wouldn't be able to lose the weight because you right now are the identity of you're the person who's trying to lose weight, but we're going to be the person who has already lost the weight, who's already an athlete, who's already this one person because your identity right now is a fat person trying to lose. You see where I'm getting at? You're not the person who's already the athlete. You're someone who is trying to be the athlete. So once you switch your mind to be like, I'm going to be an athlete, I will have a six-pack, I will be able to accomplish my dream physique, this is where the engine starts rolling. On that piece of paper, write down what you want to have or write down this new identity that you want to be. I'm an athlete. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I'm not a fat fuck. Just bring up some ideas. After we have stable the identity of who you need to be create, now we have to figure out your why. Now, you might be thinking the society is telling you this, that, oh, I'm only working out for myself. I'm only working out because it's healthy. No, fuck all of that. I used to have the belief that, oh, I'm only working for myself, but shit, I never really got any results. I've always skipped the gym because it was too late. I always skip the gym because I just don't feel like it. I always just, no, fuck that. This is where you need to be able to actually know your reason why you want to go to the gym. And it could be anything towards what you want. What do you truly want? Truly why you want to lose the weight. This isn't about what society wants. It's truly what you want. This could be from, I'm not if you have ever seen those like TikTok reels where people are like, I lose weight because my ex left me. I lose weight because someone bullied me for being a fat fuck. someone touched my mom. But shit like that. Those people right there are going to be ultimately successful because they have their reason why. They're burning like the gas of the engine. You have an engine, but if you can't run the engine without gas, then how the fuck are you going to continue to be able to get that dream physique? So this could be ultimately towards you. Mine was because I wanted to get women. I wanted to look attractive to women. I want more women to be attracted to me. I wanted women to lust over me, honestly. It might be a shallow fucking why, but I don't fucking care. Because that why was the reason why I needed to go there every single day. People who are struggling to go to the gym because they lack motivation is because they don't have a reason why. But if you have an ultimately reason why that you want to lose the weight, it could be from attraction. It could be because you want to have better health. It's because you are tired of being called gordo. Then that's the reason why you need to continue going to the gym or keep working out or keep making yourself lose the weight. So write down on your piece of paper of why. Just why? Because I want to lose weight. Why? Because I'm tired of being fat. Why? Because people call me fat. Why? Keep going down and down and down until you ultimately have a blank mind. That blank mind is right where you need to have it. And it will ultimately serve you the purpose because it actually shows out your insecurities and actually puts the deep, deep reasoning of why you want to really lose the weight. I had 2 reasons why. Because my ex-girlfriend broke up with me and I was fucking upset. I told that bitch that I'm going to fucking change my life and I'm going to look better and I'm going to make her fucking regret it. And as I accomplished that physique, as I was going down into the grind and going to lose the weight, that desire ended. So I started lacking of wanting to go to the gym. And that's why I told you earlier that now I'm going for women. And now I have that desire burning fuel fire to continue going. And then as I put that additional identity of myself as an athlete, you're ultimately going to keep going to the gym way more often. That we're actually going to move into the nitty gritty. We're actually going to move into once you actually got your identity, once we're able to identity shift you and actually find your reason why, we're going to move into the next step, which is your diet. Understand that diet doesn't really exist. Dieting is just a marketing term. That's why you see so many diets out there in the world, like carnivore, keto, Play-Doh, greens, vegetarian, whatever shit it is, military diet. I've tried so many fucking diets out there and I realized that like it's not who I am. I've always struggled with it. But I'm going to tell you, this is where you're going to need to be able to have a custom. But there was this one certain diet that really ultimately helped me. And this is called the carnivore diet. What I mean by the carnivore diet, if you look this up, you'll be able to actually only eat certain amounts of foods, but yet you will lose weight dramatically. And what I mean by dramatically, I mean a lot. I remember when I first got on this diet, the first month I lost 20 pounds. Granted, it was all water retention and stuff like that, but 20 fucking pounds in 1 month. It's pretty crazy. So what is this carnivore diet I'm talking about? Strictly eating a lot of protein and a lot of fats while minimizing carbs. What I mean by proteins, I mean like animal protein. That could be ground beef, steak, chicken, grilled chicken, chicken thighs, pork chops, lamb, you know the deal. And then maximizing fats, as in, these are really the only 3 ones I've only ultimately eat, or like eggs, avocado, nuts. These are really the reasons, these are the only real ones I've only eat. And then after you have that, you're gonna have fruit. What the fruits that I used to cycle was bananas, blueberries, strawberries, and apples. But I only ate them when I working out, or I only ate them before working out and after working out. But after that, my first meal was ground beef. My second meal was ground beef and banana. Next meal is going to be banana and ground beef. Like, that's what I'm telling you. You're going to have to maximize these certain foods for this certain amount of time because you're fat. Now, you might be thinking, is this even safe? It's ultimately really safe. I've done it, and I was able to lose a lot of fat with it. Why I'm telling you this is because you might have this belief where you think fat is really bad for you, but it's another problem that society has psyoped you and told you a lie. Fat is actually ultimately healthy for you. It helps to be able to boost testosterone, feel full, and you'll actually have a lot more energy than you really realize. You've already had the meals of the American diet, and you've realized that it's mostly carb-based meals filled with sugar, and you continue to still fucking eat. You still are fucking fat. You have brain fog, no energy. You're always fucking tired. Why are you still doing it now when you know ultimately it's bad for you? This is what I did, and that's what helped me to be able to lose all the fat. Next is going to actually, you're going to have to, as you're able to change this diet, you're going to have to ultimately track your calories. It's idiotic as fuck, but if you really want to lose the weight, you're willing to put in the work. And if the best track calorie app that I like to use would be CalAI. Granted, you're going to have to pay more because they require a membership. If you pay for it and invest in yourself, the friction of just taking that picture and eating your food is ultimately better. But if the $20 or if 20 to 40 bucks is too much for you, then go get a tracking calorie app that's free. But you need to be tracking your calories because you don't know how much you're eating. And then you might be thinking, isn't all this food so fucking fatty, fool? Ultimately, yes. But if you track your calories and know exactly what you're eating, you're gonna more likely you're more likely going to lead to lose the weight. After that, you're going to try the workout. This is going to be the gym membership. Buy a gym membership. It's the best investment. I'm not going to go into deep to this, but Planet Fitness is like $15. If you can't pay $15, then go get a job, please. Next is you need to have a influencer, someone that you look up to. This could be someone on YouTube. This could be someone on TikTok. There's a dream physique that you want to achieve. As you find that dream physique, most of the time that people are going to lend you their workout. Their workouts are free. Sometimes they're paid, but go into this because they've already been in the gritty and nitty. You take advice from your parents or you take advice from your friends, but you find so scared that you won't take advice from someone else, but they've already been down and gritty. You click on this video because you're tired of being fucking fat. And I'm telling you how to actually lose all that fucking fat. I'm giving you knowledge for you to be able to achieve that physique faster. So they've already deal the fucking path that you're already on. I'm already surpassed that level that you are in right now. So if you acquire their workout program or even make your own custom one if you want to, you just need a workout. Now, the best app that I recommend is getting Heavy app or Strong app. This is going to be able to help you track your workouts and see if you're growing muscle or not. So as you have that's if they don't have like an app for it. But if they don't, then download those apps. And then I randomly talked to some people and was saying that's a nice physique. And I kept telling people that you have a nice physique. Keep going. Congratulations. I said that to the point where I've already made 2 new friends that were tight knit because I just said, what a nice physique you got. Bro, you look massive. Dude, what is your workout plan? You're just afraid of talking to people because you're fat and you think they're going to judge you. Dude, they're at the gym because they're trying to lose weight. It makes no sense why you're going to be afraid of fucking someone who's literally in the same position as you. And that's really it. That's how I was able to lose weight. So if you want to lose weight faster, I recommend hitting the subscribe button. And I'll see you soon.